This one is on Bobbie Forrest. Bobbie Forrest got a hold of me a few months ago. I was in Washington State. I recorded 6 of our phone calls. Without a computer with Net 10X or with Windows 10 access, I don't have access to those interviews. Bobbie, he has cancer. He was friends with Natalie. He's one of those people that he stepped in late, said that he would try to help me get an honest court date. The problem is, he doesn't understand Alicia the way that I do. He does now. He is now starting to understand she doesn't give a fuck about him. But today, he was at a doctor's appointment. Now I'm gonna explain it from the start. Bobbie got a hold of me, and that was quite a few months ago. Might have been way back at the beginning of the year. He sent me some messages while I was on a Facebook ban. So I made a YouTube video hoping it was a way to reach out to him. I was finally able to get a hold of him, and we started talking. And I like him very much. I'd like to believe that he's a decent man. He wanted to know what I had done to Natalie and Alicia. Well, I did as they asked. So he mostly just texts. He all of a sudden had a problem where his phone just wouldn't work and he couldn't call. So it's just texting. What a pain in the butt. Because he gets so much wrong, and I already know I can't explain it in texting without people taking it wrong. So he was gonna help and gonna help and gonna help. Then Alicia disappeared a couple of months ago, and I have another YouTube channel on another account. I made that account while I was in Cheyenne, Wyoming to try to help find missing people. And Alicia was found, so the video is still up on that account. I just don't have access to it. So Bobbie's phone didn't work, so he can't call people, and he's constantly in the hospital because of his cancer, and also because of his seizures and because of his medications. He spent 3 days taking care of a family member who was suicidal, and today he had to go in to get his seizure medications, and I haven't had a whole lot of time to talk to him. But he was supposed to be at a clinic, and he was talking, and I could hear what he was saying. But then he started talking to somebody, and there wasn't even a hint of a voice in the background. It was like he was talking to himself. Kind of weirded me out. He also said they're probably going to send him to the hospital. and I haven't heard from him since. He was supposed to call me back. He's had a lot of phone issues. Whether or not he's actually having those phone issues or not, I don't know. I'm not there. I've never met the guy in person. I just know that he was friends with Natalie. I also know that he cares very much about Alicia and her safety. The second time Alicia disappeared, he's the one that let me know. I'm glad he did. Now here's what happened with that. While I was in Virginia about a week ago, my friend Brett, he couldn't stay off the meth, and him and his girlfriend couldn't stop screaming at each other and selling meth. So I was able to get a ticket here, and unlike everywhere else I went to try to get help to get an honest day in court, this time I came somewhere where the person is willing to help me kill myself. She's not willing to shoot me, but she's willing to drop me off in the country so I can starve and dehydrate myself to death. But I got off the bus. I was excited to be here. The lady who's here, she's very positive. Doesn't have time for my stories, but I make time for hers because she's someone I love very much. And Bobbie, he keeps typing those words that most of you type when you don't understand the situation. That's why I keep trying to get him to call and talk to me, but he can't. His phone doesn't work for calling, and he can't hear me on the other end. Well, when Alicia disappeared, yeah, for damn sure his phone worked then. Doesn't work for calls the rest of the time, but magically when Alicia disappeared, it worked then. So, since then, it's been a hell of a trip. I mean, I got here, and as I'm coming into town, there's a bunch of police surrounding the mall. Apparently there was a guy who supposedly had a gun, but he didn't have a gun. Someone called him in and said that he did, but he didn't. Then we got to the bus station, and when we got to the bus station, I got off the bus, and that's when I found out from Bobbie that Alicia was missing. Instead of focusing on enjoying my last couple of weeks on this planet, I instead was trying to find Alicia, trying to get her safe, trying to get the word out that she was missing. And you know, the whole time I was in Virginia, I was trying to get a hold of him. He wasn't having none of it. He was always too busy. Now, Natalie's family won't talk to him. They're not answering him. He's actually done that a couple of times, say that they won't talk to him or answer him. And now he's like, well, they always answer me right away. No, they don't. I have it in text messaging that that's not true. But despite that, at least with my YouTube channel, 1,000 people saw that. 1,000 people were able to try to help to get Miss Alicia safe, or share the information, or look up the information, or something, for God fucking sake. And that's all because of Bobbie. He doesn't want his name out there. Well, I'm not going to keep your secrets. I'm not going to keep any of your secrets. My safety doesn't matter, yours does. My life doesn't matter, Bobbie's does. The lady I'm staying with, her life matters. Alicia's life matters. Maddie Boa's life matters. Zayd Atkinson's life matters. Samuel Leon Lawrence IV's life matters. Rose Kelly's life matters. Danica Garner's life matters. Candace Bondurant's life matters. Michelle Rodriguez's life matters. This isn't according to public opinion. I don't know what your opinion is of these people. But according to me, their lives matter. Brenda Dickinson's life matters. Tom Nelson's life matters. Laura Nelson's life matters. Her son's life matters. Strangely, my life doesn't seem to matter to these people. Bobbie verified a lot of the things that I've been saying and a lot of the things that I had to show. Like, he let me know that the things that Alicia told him are almost word for word the things that Natalie Bollinger typed to me in that email in 2016 about her dad. I like Bobbie Forrest. I do. But he doesn't have the time to help me. And because I have a big mouth and expose the situation, the longer it takes you to keep your word, the more likely it is that I'm gonna do something desperate and tell your story. A story that you should have told to the courts.